All right, here we are, Thursday, August 4th. I'm Tom Novak, right around 6 p.m. Thank you for joining me. Yes, we are going to be talking about some nice weather here for tomorrow, okay? But then it goes downhill, and I really want to underline that. This weekend looks wet, especially as you go from the Minnesota-Iowa border on north. So if you're looking for sunshine, warmth, and beautiful conditions for this weekend, you're going to be out of luck. We're going to talk about that. But we need the rain. We really need the rain, and I think we're going to get quite a bit of it here in southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Here's your visible satellite loop. No doubt lots of dry air in place over Minnesota, Wisconsin, in fact, all the upper Midwest and northern plains. You're starting to see hints, though, of thunderstorms now developing over South Dakota. And this is what we're watching out here in Montana. This is a push of moisture on a pretty strong jet stream right now that is flowing from southwest to northeast across Montana, and it's producing some thunderstorms there. You can see it. We're going to zoom out here. This is the moisture channel, the water vapor loop from outer space, and look at this. This is a pretty nice twist now over the northwestern sections of the United States, over Washington, Oregon, and over western Canada, and along the base of that twist is where you get these strong jet stream winds, and that's pulling moisture out of the Pacific Northwest into the Rocky Mountains, and eventually it's going to suck up some Gulf moisture. Right now it's dry here in the upper Midwest, but eventually as this trough moves east into the upper Midwest, it's going to open up the Gulf of Mexico so that moisture can flow north into the upper Midwest, including Minnesota and Wisconsin and Iowa, and that is going to mean thunderstorms and rain, some of it heavy at times. Here's your jet stream, the river of air at 30 to 35,000 feet, and there it is. There's those strong winds that I was telling you about over Montana and then extending east and northeast into Saskatchewan and Manitoba now. This is as we get into later this week now for tomorrow, for Friday here. Look at those strong winds just north of Minnesota. And as we get into Saturday, and this is really important, this is critical here. This is what sets up a heavy rain event, by the way. We have a jet streak, stronger winds within the jet stream. A jet streak, a real powerful one. Rarely does it get this strong in July and August now. It's a 150 and 160 knot jet streak north of Minnesota. And usually in the right rear quad or base of a jet streak like that is where you get intense lift in the atmosphere. And that is what's going to be happening on Saturday and then again on Sunday. Look at this setup for Sunday. Continued strong winds in a jet streak just north of Minnesota. And that would place much of central southern Minnesota and almost the whole state of Wisconsin in a perfect area for significant lift as this compact trough ejects east and northeast into the upper Midwest. No doubt a perfect setup for heavy rains. All right, here are the winds at about 20 to 25,000 feet, and we're focusing in here now on Saturday. Okay, and the setup is very similar, by the way, for Sunday also, but look at the strong winds at 20 to 25,000 feet in the upper Midwest. Winds at about 50 to as much as 60 knots. Now, as we go down in the atmosphere a little bit more, this is at what we call 700 millibars now, and it just goes to show you that we have strong winds even in the middle and lower layers of our atmosphere. At 700 millibars, or about 10 to 15,000 feet, the winds are at about 40 to 50 knots. So we're getting this surge of low-level winds and mid-level winds, and then, of course, that strong jet streak and upper-level winds over northern Minnesota. You're getting a twisting in the atmosphere with pretty strong winds. Again, another fantastic recipe for organized thunderstorm activity, but also maybe even the potential for some severe weather. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Here's your future satellite from the NAM computer model guidance, and look at how beautiful of a day we had today. These are the clear skies over the upper Midwest. Now, as we get into tomorrow, and this is at about mid-afternoon tomorrow now and into the evening, thunderstorms break out, and they could be severe over South Dakota and western Minnesota. I think the Twin Cities metro and the rest of southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, we're going to be fine at least into the evening hours tomorrow, but then storms likely roll into the area after about midnight tomorrow night. And then more importantly, look at Saturday. Look at these intense storms with heavy rain over much of eastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, portions of northern Iowa, and then into western Wisconsin. And the problem is that these storms, and you see it here, this is as we get into Saturday evening, they redevelop and they basically train over the same area. So that looks like that's going to happen on Saturday. And then this is going to repeat again, I think, as we get into Sunday. Hence the idea or the potential for real heavy rains across eastern South Dakota, southern portions of central Minnesota, and almost the whole state of Wisconsin. And I really am honing in on that area from Sioux Falls to the Twin Cities, eastward through Eau Claire, Wausau, Wisconsin, and then almost as far south as the Minnesota-Iowa border. I think this is the area that we really need to watch out for training thunderstorms. That means that there could be some localized rainfall totals in excess of 3, 4, 5 inches in some localized areas as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Don't want to scare everybody, but that's a lot of rain. Good news is that we need it, and the soil can probably handle several inches of rain. But still, when you start talking about 4, 5, 6 inches of rain, that can cause some problems. All right, here's your extended outlook. Along with the rain, by the way, we're going to cool down. Look at the temperature on Sunday in southern Minnesota. This would be in and around the Twin Cities metro. We'll be lucky to make 70 degrees on Sunday, all right, with clouds all day. Yes, storms, they're going to be off and on, and they could train over each other from late Friday night, but more importantly, Saturday and into Sunday. If you got weekend plans and they're outdoors, you have a plan B for this weekend, all right? That's the screaming message here. And we get into next week much better. So hopefully we can get some good rains here over the weekend. Yes, it's bad timing, but we need the rain because much of next week is going to be dry. And I think a good chunk of August here is going to be dry too. So let's hope for rain as we get into this weekend. All right, that's your forecast. Thanks for following me, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Take care and have a good weekend.